Hi guys, welcome back to Investor Prime TV. If you're new, this channel is a one-stop shop for anything investment, investment ideas, investment discussions. So can take you from a beginner really to self-sufficient. I promise you'll learn a thing or two, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and also that notification bell so you don't miss any further uploads, consistent uploads like this. Hi guys, in today's video, I'm going to continue my analysis on Pfizer, all right, or PFE. In my previous video, I spoke about the resistance line at $37. All right. So pretty much the bulls had broken that resistance. All right. But I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a false break, i.e. the bulls would have broken it and the bears would have taken the price back down below 37. All right. So I was staying neutral. I wasn't going to buy any options contracts or buy any stock in Pfizer, although I had a lot of interest in Pfizer and I had a lot of confidence that Pfizer was going to rise, because they announced that they had come up with a vax. All right. The 9th of November's trading session, there was a huge gap up from $34 all the way up to about $40 or $39 exactly. And the bears had closed that session down at $37. This was a significant move because a lot of investors were like, all right, they've come up with a vax, and the price just kept falling down to 36. Okay. But I believe that the price was yet to rise, because once an announcement gets hit, there's usually a rush or a surge in buyers, which will drive the price up. But then, sellers kick in and there's maybe some doubt, etc. All right, which will bring the price down. And then over time, the price starts rising again once everyone sort of calms down, you know. So basically, I wanted to make sure that this break at $37 or break of $37 was a legitimate break, The reason for this is that this resistance, if it's a legitimate break, and you're employing the breakout strategy, i.e. buying because there's going to be a huge momentum following the buyers, then you would use this previous resistance as a new support. All right. Because every time the price comes back down here, instead of sellers, there's going to be a lot of buyers around this area or around the previous resistance, which is now a support. All right. So looking at the way yesterday's trade or yesterday's session went, it looks like this is actually going to be a good support. So for me, this is going to be one of my key supports or the key support for me. All right. Okay. So that's going to be a key support for my Pfizer, Pfizer analysis. But I'm not going to go ahead and start rushing to buy stocks or buy options contracts, call option contracts, etc. right now, because right now it's actually the price is close to another resistance. I believe the other resistance is around 40. So as we pan out the chart, look at the bigger picture on the chart, there's actually another big resistance, which caused, even though there was a lot of bullish momentum in the market of yesterday's session, i.e. there was a huge gap or there was a big gap, and the bulls kept driving the price up, although there was some bearish influence in the market. But overall, the market closed bullish. All right. As you can see, the minute it reached this price of this resistance of 38.5 or $38.50, the price came down because it's reached some resistance. There's a lot of sellers in the market around this price. There's a lot of bearish influence around this price. Okay. So this resistance has been tested. Okay. And the price came down. But I think looking at the pre-market open, which is actually $39.17, is higher than the $38.50. Okay. I'll be interested to see if this price actually holds, i.e. if this is going to be, first of all, if this is going to be a break of this resistance. All right. If there's a break of the resistance, what I'll be looking for is a sustained break. Just like with $37, I would want the bulls to bring the price above 38.5, okay, and stay above that level for me to think, okay, this is a sustained break. and I'll start actually looking into buying the stock. So basically, if the bulls break this 38.5 resistance and continues going up or stays above $39, and I'll be looking into buying stock or buying options contracts. All right, because I believe the price is just going to continue rising after that point, because there's going to be a lot of momentum if there's a break. And by the looks of things, there's actually a good trend line or trend forming. All right, so this is going to be my trend line support. Every time the price hits this trend line, it bounces up or it continues going up, So you could use this as a support, all right? If you don't have any horizontal supports, you could use a trend line support as a support, all right? So for me going forward, what I'm looking for is a break above $38.50, all right? And a sustained break, meaning that the price actually has to stay above $38.50, for me to be interested in actually buying up the stock. Otherwise, the stock can very much crash, all right? The price might actually open at 39, and the price might actually fall, because this is a very good resistance. The last time this price hit, there was a huge sell-off, all right? And my guess is there's a lot of sellers around that area, and this is a key resistance, all right? So even though the pre-market is to open at $39 or over $38.50, there's no guarantee that the bulls might actually keep that price above that. All right, so there'll be no point in actually rushing into the market. So I'd advise you actually wait to see what happens, because you should always let the market tell you what it's doing. You should never try to tell the market what to do. All right, that's a huge mistake you can make as a trader. All right, so definitely wait to see what happens in today's session and tomorrow's session, and maybe in the next couple of days session, at least maybe till the end of the week. I want to wait to see what happens. If there's a good indication, like for instance, if the price breaks here and let's say closes around this point, all right, let's say it closes at $40, all right, and the price came back down on the next session to test this as a new support, all right, let's say it tests 38.5 as a new support and then continues rising there, then at this point, I'll be looking to buy. That's my plan with Pfizer. It's a good stock, good company, and it looks like they're actually on to making some serious moves in the future. If not by the end of this year, definitely next year. They're going to be making huge moves, and who knows, they might even get to like $100 by April next year. So just zooming out on the chart, all right, the next point that's to watch for is maybe around here or here. Okay, so basically around $40, about $41 or $41. All right, so that's pretty much my take on Pfizer. It's going to be quite tricky for the bulls to actually make a lot of headway right now, because there's quite a number of resistances in its path. So if you like that video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you in the next video.